The song won't stop playing. I can't figure it out.
Imagine.
I have no idea how to get it off of there. No idea. And then that comes back on again. Let's go back to the Truth Seeker. There we go. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. A little bit better. Welcome. Hi, Marie. I gotta figure out how to. I was starting to feel sick, so I had gotten these. I love coffee stuff. I love anything coffee. And last night, me and the hubby, I had the day off, so I was like, well, let's just go out and do something. So we went on a little adventure. Unfortunately, I got really sick before I even went in, but I was bound and determined to go into the store. So what happened was yesterday before we had left to go to a store called Myers, I had took one of my antibiotics yesterday, and it's an antibiotic. They normally don't. It's an antibiotic, but it does what it's supposed to do. Sometimes, however, I don't think it touched what I needed it to do. It kind of did. So we go to. I did my live, and then I was like, okay. So we went downstairs. I got him. I was like, you ready to go? He's like, sure, I guess we'll go. So we went. But before we had left, I had took this little green pill. It's an antibiotic. It's called doxycycline. And it's an antibiotic, and I'm supposed to be on it for 7 days. Due to some issues, some health problems. So I took that pill. Now, mind you, I had did a live. I had been drinking a lot of coffee. And with this pill, it says to drink plenty of water with it. Well, I don't drink much water. I have been trying. I've been doing little bottles of water. It has to be some kind of flavor. So today I have a lemon. 0 calories. But, so I take this pill, and I get in the car, and I start driving. And I feel okay. Nothing's going on. I start getting closer to the store. Like, I could not wait to pull over in that parking lot because I knew I hate water. So I finally get to Myers and I pull in. I look over at the husband and I said, hold on a minute. I was like, before we get out of this car, I know I have to puke. I have to get that shit out of me. It was making my stomach turn. It was making my just woozy, lightheaded. Like, I just knew I had to get it out. Like, I just knew it was gonna come up eventually, and I didn't want to be in the store when it happened. So I leaned over, put my hair up, literally had to make myself throw up. Okay, we won't go into graphics, but I had to. I had no other option because that. And next thing I know, I did that on the first try, and it worked. It all just came out. And then I started making the noises, and he's like, yep, there it is. I'm like, babe, like, so then I'm trying to throw up, my hair in my one hand, and I'm leaning out the car because I knew it was going to happen. I took that pill, and I had too much coffee. You're brave, I couldn't do it. I had to. I had way too much coffee, and then I went downstairs and I took that pill knowing that it used to do to me what it did to me. I know it. Like, you know your body, you know yourself, you know. So, it was just embarrassing, though, because I wanted to go to that store so damn bad. And I was like, we're going, like, we're going into the store, whether you don't like the person that works here or not, we're going. So I get done puking. I'm trying to yell for him to get me a tissue, paper, because I usually try to keep napkins in my car, especially from like different restaurants, like McDonald's, things like that. So I always try to keep extra napkins. So I'm yelling for him to get me a napkin, and he's like, "Where are they at?" And I'm like, "They're in the glove box." You know, I'm leaning over, so I'm not really paying attention because I still got puke coming out of me, and because now I'm dry heaving, so nothing is coming out but the sounds and the motions of the. So I'm dry heaving at this point, and asking him to find me a napkin. He finally finds me one. I wipe my hands off my mouth, and I thank God I had I carry sanitizer on me. I took a sleeping tablet by mistake in the morning, and I fell asleep, and kids not at school. Oh my God, that'd be crazy. I've done that before too. Like, I'm supposed to be taking Zoloft, but I can't take Zoloft during the day because it makes me sleepy. I've been taking it, and I've been fighting my sleep. But they say you're supposed to take it at nighttime. But I have been forgetting to take my medicines like I'm supposed to. Ooh, today I gotta take my vitamin D pill because I have low iron and low vitamin D, and that's why I'm always so tired. I have anemia. I never knew what anemia was, but I'm just so tired of being freaking tired. And now there's a reason why I'm so tired, and now I know. But anyways, I went to Myers, and I got a few things. I got 2 new plants, which I showed last night. I did like a little outside video live, and I got these little this brand. My mom said it's a really old brand. It's called let's see. Can you guys see the Intimies? Intimies. But anyways, it has a little bit of powdered sugar on top, and it is a mini coffee cake. So I ate that, so just in case if I do go to take any of my medicine this morning, like I'm supposed to take an iron pill that I'm supposed to take it 3 hours before I eat, which I've been doing that one okay. It's my Zoloft and the doxycycline that I'm having issues with. The Zoloft I can manage fighting to sleep, but I just been taking it at night, and I even have an AM PM thing set up, and I still end up missing a dose. And I got some really cute sandals. I got both sets at Walmart. Walmart had, you guys probably don't know, but I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo, okay? Scooby-Doo is one of my all-time favorite fracking cartoons, okay? Their coffee at nighttime. Yeah, I am. It's weird. I love my coffee, though. But, I have a weird thing with Scooby-Doo. I love my Scooby-Doo. So, Walmart had both sets of Scooby-Doo socks. I got the ones with no show, and I got just some regular, like, crew socks, because you never know, you know how you go and you have so many socks? You love Scooby-Doo and the movies? Yeah. I have every single Scooby-Doo movie you can imagine. And I even have doubles of half of the movies. So my doubles, what I do is, if I have doubles of copies, I will either give them away. I used to give them away to this, our old time friends that we used to hang out with. His little boy was trying to get into Scooby-Doo, and I was like, well, Richard, I have all these extra ones, and I'm like, let me give you my doubles, because I have like so many. I need a new robe. This thing is old, but it is so comfy, and so warm. It keeps me very, very warm. But these are my, like, I have socks, but I always end up, me and the hubby can never find the mates. It's like, why in the hell, how did we lose a mate for this? And we usually don't do the mix match, but here is the, like, low cut socks, and it's Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. And then each design is on the back of this. I like the Rut-Row ones. That would be, I had those on last night, the ones with the Scooby snacks. Right now I have the no-shows on, and they're pretty comfortable for $10. That's not really bad, because socks, like if you buy the off-brand at Walmart, like the AV, I think it's like AVI or AV something, you only get like 6 pairs, and those are almost like $7. So I paid $9.96, and I got 10 pairs of these socks, of the no-shows, and I love my Scoobs. I love those ones. And I like the Rut-Row, so I have those ones, and then for the no-show, I don't have too many pairs left because I've been wearing the no-show ones. But we got that one. We got Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby and Shaggy. They're my favorite. I don't really care too much for Daphne. I love Velma. I love Velma. The what does it say? Oh, those meddling kids. I used to love Scrappy, but then they had Scrappy turn bad. Just gotta get that tote over there. Yeah, I moved my tote yet. I have my tote now full of purses, and I got that bin to put like my headbands in, kind of keep it organized. I have my robes sitting on it right now, but this is what it looks like. Oh my god, it's a mess. Hold on, let me see if I can flip camera. So there's my new tote. And then the bin for all my headbands, because I just have so many headbands. But that bin is super cute. I think I paid like $6 for that bin. Because I should have went to like the dollar store and got one instead of going, I think it was my dad off just in case if I want to use it for something else. And I was like, shit though, I should have got a tad bit bigger. A bargain, yeah. Our puppy has destroyed all of our socks, no joke. Puppies love socks. I don't know what it is. Puppies love socks. So this one, I probably should have got maybe just a tad bit bigger of a tote, because I can't fit 2 of my good purses that I have, because I have all my designer bags I used to have on that rack. But now I got the tote, so I put all my designer bags, like my Michael Kors. I have a lot of Jessica Simpson. I have a couple Kate Spades, which is the dead girl. I always call her the dead girl. Which is sad, because that girl had her whole life ahead of her. And she offed herself because of, I don't know if it was the alcohol. We're going to have to do a thing on her. We're going to have to, I've always wanted to find out. I think she committed suicide, And I don't know if it was the alcohol. Who is that? Kate Spade. Kate Spade, she's a famous, really, really famous designer. She made cell phone cases. She makes purses. She makes, well, she doesn't make them anymore, but whoever she left her business to when she decided to take her life. Here, let me see if I can. Let me see. Hold on, Maria, since you don't know who Kate Spade is. I love Kate Spade. Hold on, though. Hold on. Like, she makes really cute purses. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Hold on, I can't go out that way. I always forget. Her normal design is black and white, so this is a Kate Spade. This is a smaller one, but her design inside. So she has other designs and other ones. This is a purse of hers. Oh shit! I forgot I had that Michael Kors. That's the knockoff one. Okay, so the inside of it is like black and white. And then Kate Spade is her name. She's known for like the spade. Well, I'm trying to show you. I think she's I don't know if she is from America. I'm gonna have to look her up though, just because she's an awesome designer, and I just feel like, did the fame make her, you know? She has so many different styles. Did I put it in here? Pretty sure I did, but it must be buried. Must be buried. Damn, I must have put Kate Spade way at the bottom. Okay. I have another Kate Spade, but I don't know. It's way at the bottom of this tote, and I don't feel like digging it all the way out. But it's black and white. It's a bigger purse. Okay, I'm not sure if I like this tote though. Okay, there's that side locked. Oh, of course. That's right. Oh, you freaking fracker. Let me see. I don't have any of her old ones in here. She makes cell phone cases as well, but I don't have any in here. I have one that's probably downstairs because I got a new phone, so Samsung. Marie, would I be shocked if I said I own no purses or handbags? Would you? Don't you? Oh my god, if I did not own. Okay, if I didn't own purses, if you could just take my womanhood away, because I love my purses, I love my tote bags, I love. No way, I have to. I love like perfumes too, but I don't usually wear them a lot because the hubby gets headaches a lot with different, if it's an overpowering. Okay, so Kate Spade is a fashion, she's known for the spade icon. Kate Spade New York. See our shop, new collections. She's got some very cute purses. Very cute ones. Oh, and she's got shoes now. Some of her fashion. It's Kate Spade. Let's see here. If we look up images. Yeah, why she took her life is beyond me, but I mean, she had a whole life of her. Reggie, I think my autism and ADHD. My mom was disappointed as I hated shopping. Only the one pair of trainers. I don't hardly go out, so it's okay. Aww. Aww. I don't usually go out much either. We try to stay home, be homebodies. But there's just times that I eventually do like to go out and be in the public's view or public's eye or be out in the real world. Sometimes I do. I'd like to know who's doing it, her husband or her kids. Her kids must be taken over. But those are some cute sandals. Some cute sandals. 5, this is so I think she was an actress too. Your video will begin in 30 seconds. Well, that's just shitty. 27.
Plan that lets her pick exactly what she wants and save on every perk.
Oh, dang it. I'm not going to touch it till it plays.
Getting her plan ready for a big
Till it
trip.
plays.
Travel pass on. Nice iPhone 14 Pro. Cute couple. Trips don't last forever. Neither does summer love. So, Sadie's moving on. Apple Music, check. Introducing My Plan. The first and only unlimited plan to give you exactly what you want, so you only pay for what you need.
This is
Act
from
now.
today.
Get iPhone 14 Pro on us when you switch. It's your Verizon.
This was June 6th of 2023.
I wonder if somewhere on the East River there's a male comic talking to a boat full of women about power tools. Ironic that Diddy Do Diaper
What is
Crick
this?
was invented by men. I mean, men are masters of the universe. Wheel, fire, war, etc.
Rachel Bromhouse shares her touching personal story about the late
Every time a man
aunt
holds a baby, it ends in
Kate
screaming
Spade,
tears.
5 years after her
And then
death.
the baby gets
She spreads the stardust over everyone she came into contact with.
Upcoming season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
It is hard to believe it has been 6 years since the 1950s housewife first walked up to the mic, launching her comedy career. Well, guess what? Got 20 Emmys, 3 Golden Globes, and a whole lot of jokes later. The hit show is ready for its 5th Don't Say It So and final season.
Oh, joining us now is Midge Maisel herself, Rachel Brosnahan, Tony Shalhoub, who plays her dad, Abe, and of course Alex Borstein, who plays Midge's manager, Susie.
I don't know if this is about Kate Spade. This is her aunt.
Final season. How is that sitting with you, Rachel, in this moment?
It still hasn't sunk in, and I think especially this week we've gotten to spend so much time together talking about the new season. It still kind of feels like we're in it. So we're gonna have a crisis as soon as this week is over.
We're in a state of deep denial.
You're denying it? Did y'all want it to keep going, Alex? Yeah. And what happened? What they say?
Okay, so this girl is Kate Spade's niece. So Kate Spade had took her life to suicide. And so this girl has basically pursued her acting because of her aunt, Kate Spade.
Really want to know? Well, before they yelled cut, Amy made it so that the last scenes were like everyone was on
So
stage.
it says,
And we
the
couldn't
story
really
discusses
get the research.
suicide. If someone you know in crisis or call. So this is like a show
confetti fell from the ceiling and
Oh,
champagne
wow.
flames came out. And we were all crying so much that the confetti stuck to our faces. Tony, what has this show meant to you? I mean, we've watched you all over the years do so many different things on TV, movies, Broadway. But what is this show? How has it been different?
This has been a real highlight for me. I mean, being a father myself, playing a father to this, working with this cast, these writers, this whole creative team, it is kind of like the frosting on top of the frosting. You know, I gotta say for you two, you guys, your love story, basically, this relationship, was really the core.
So it says, this is, okay, we're 2 minutes into it. I want to hear it, but I want to read the article.
Women so fleshed out.
Yeah.
And not being a sidekick, but being real.
Finally,
Yeah, it shouldn't feel as radical as it does anymore, but it does. And it's been really exciting. You know, we've been on the air for 5 seasons over the course of 6 years, and in those 6 years, we've seen a lot more shows come out that have the landscape, these dynamic female characters at the center, and that's been really exciting. But it's not just this love story. You've got Shirley, and you've got Tess, my sister, and you've got Rose, and there's so many female characters.
And you've got Tony. You know, sometimes you know when you have lightning in a bottle, and sometimes it surprises you. So
She died at the age 55. Spade died by suicide in 2018.
We knew it felt special.
She was 55, and I do believe Miss Kate Spade was it says, the fashion designer was an outspoken fan of her niece. She rose to fame steadily with roles in films.
But we've all been a part of shows that we're so proud to be a part of, that we love, that just don't find an audience.
Yes,
and so we just have to read it and this is so good.
Yeah.
It's not going to possibly. No one's going to watch it.
People to watch it. Yeah.
But it just.
How tough was it doing this show in that the word count in the script? I mean, it's this bang, 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 bang.
everything?
How we got Kate Spade. I love you, Marie G. Thank you for being here. So I'll read you guys the article. I'll read it to you. Some of it here. So let me grab this though first. That I dropped. Okay. So it says, this is by Anna Kaplan. The story discusses if you or someone you know is in crisis, call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can also text HOME to 741741 or visit the speakingofsuicide.com, resources and additional resources. So 5 years after Kate Spade's death, Rachel Brosnahan still thinks of her aunt's impact on her life and her acting career. The Marvelous Miss Maisel starred reflect on key moments on their relationship 10 years ago. In an Instagram post on Monday, the photo appeared to show the two on a beach together when Brosnahan was a toddler. So this is Kate Spade with her niece, you guys. Look how cute. That lady was beautiful. I just can't imagine if the fame got to her or what was going through her mind. I mean, if she was successful. I thought she said she was an actress too, but maybe I was thinking of her niece. But I love shopping for her stuff, but it's just so damn expensive. Like I know I won one of her Kate Spade purses. I know I won one of them at a banquet type of a thing for a funeral. And then the other one my mom had given me because my Aunt Jean had gave my mom some hand-me-downs. So that one that I showed you was a hand-me-down. And I used to have her phone cases. I think I have another Kate Spade somewhere. But she's very expensive. So if you want to find a designer bags anymore, I suggest going to like a Marshall's, a TJ Maxx, Gabe's. Gabe's is another good place for purses, because that's where you're going to get your designer purses. Because now Gabe's, the store called Gabe's, is if like it's everything's brand new in there, but it's cheaper because there's usually some kind of flaw with the merchandise. Like there could be a strand missing, a yarn, or like say there's like a piece of thread out wrong. Well, they can't, the designer departments don't want that then. So then they have a store called You Recognize Her Face. Now they have a store called Gabe. So everything's in there is brand new, but there's just something wrong with it, either the packaging, the item, or it goes to these stores and people, So there's a store called Gabe's, because if you would go to buy a Kate Spade purse, you're paying like the Michael Kors prices for a Kate Spade. Shit, sorry. Damn it. Says I've been thinking about Katie a lot lately because 10 years ago, when I was making my Broadway debut, she let me crash in their bedroom while I figured out my living situation. Robinson said she included me in any family dinners every night while we were in rehearsals and would keep extra food for me in the fridge when I came home from tech and previews. Aww. So she posted on Instagram, I can't believe it's been 5 years. It's strange to be in New York without her. Yeah, because her companies are based out of New York. Very famous in New York for Kate Spade. She loved so hard, was often moved to tears and laughter that moved through her entire body, and joy radiant out her pores. Continued to spread stardust over everyone she came into contact with. I was lucky to be in her orbit. Aww. She's cute. Her niece is very cute. Positive outcome. She's very successful. And she's deeply missing her aunt. Kate Spade made beautiful stuff. Kate Spade and Rachel Brosnahan at the theater and premiere. Let's see. So Spade died by suicide in 2018 at the age 55. The fashion designer was an outspoken fan of her niece, who rose from fame steadily with the roles in films and TV, including Netflix, House of Cards. When Brosnahan won the Golden Globe for her role in January 2018, Spade had told Page Six she was beside herself. My daughter and I jumped up and down when she won. Spade said she deserves this recognition as she puts her heart and soul into her roles, and we are insanely proud. So Kate Spade got to witness her niece win a global award, so that's really cool. I've never seen any of the shows. I just like the purses, and like I said, her phones were super cute. I have one somewhere. It's an older one, and it's a Kate Spade, and I want to say it has like little spades all over the place on it. That's what I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure. I think that's the one I have. Really not much to... I just thought that was... I didn't know, can't believe you didn't know or remember Kate Spade. Well, plus you're from the UK, but I'm pretty sure that you guys can get some of her stuff for over there. She's just an all-around great... Her stuff is long time lasting. It's just so damn expensive. Like, those shoes are probably... What were they? Pretty expensive, I know that much. It's just sad that she decided to do that. Like, see, some of these purses are too damn small for me. I couldn't use not one of those. Too dang small. Yeah. Absolutely not. Okay. So Kate Spade, great merchandise, just very expensive. I love it. Oh, this is cute. Coffee because adulting is hard. That is so true. I like that one. I don't buy bags. I know Burberry. That's London. Is that a popular one in the United States though? Is that the Dooney and... See, there's Dooney and Burke. I thought Dooney and Burke was London. There's a Dooney and Burke. There's, used to be a girl named Kathy Van Zeeland. She used to be popular back in the day. Donkey, I don't know, Cabana, I don't know, Gucci. Gucci's popular, but I don't really fudge with Gucci. I don't really care for Gucci products. Not my cup of tea. I do like Michael Kors, Kate Spade, Dooney and Burke. They got some cute ones. Chanel. But Chanel is so damn expensive. That's worse than paying Michael Kors. You know, because Michael Kors is expensive. Whew. That's why I said you gotta find like a Gabe's or a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx, because you're gonna get your designer bags from there for cheaper versus paying all that, you know. I am gonna wipe my face down real quick before we get into our topic. Oh, that's a big one. I'll just use this new one that I got from a dollar store. It's just this stuff's always so cold. I took a shower and washed my face last night. So I have a doctor's appointment at 1:15. The only thing is, I gotta start drinking some fluids here, because I gotta make sure I can pee. I guess I should have got, there's, the dollar store. I'm just looking at my hair. Thank you, babes. Thank you so much. I'm just sitting here looking at myself, and I was thinking, okay, I love the purple hair. I love it. But I was just thinking, maybe I should have, the dollar store had, what is in my hair? The dollar store had these brow palettes, kind of like this one, by a brand named Tone. And it's a little perfect, little brow kit, okay? But the wax got all the brown shit in it. Okay, well, alrighty then. So they make it to where they had one that had like deep colors, like a purple. They had a red one. I was just thinking maybe I should have, because I'm just thinking this is like, I should have either did my brows this color, or I should have got that one that has, because they had that little brow palette, but they had it in colors like rainbow, like they had a yellow, a red, I think they had a purple and a green, and it was 4 colors: purple, green, red, and yellow, I think was in there, or orange. It was a brow palette. And rainbow. Steady as you go, yeah. It was just, I should have, but I think I got something in my, what little fuzz thing? Ooh, that water was super cold, y'all. Alright, let me just spray this to myself. Okay, so it's so cold though, and I'm in a cold ass room, so, and that stuff comes out like a thick, I've never seen really like a thick one before, but that one's really good though. It is really, really, really good. It's just comes out cold, and I'm already freezing in this room. I have it up on 66 because it's supposed to be like 70 here in Ohio. So since it's summertime, I figured we've been dipping into a lot of stuff. We've been doing a lot of cases. We've been doing You Love the Hair. I know I love the hair too. I'm so glad I got it, because I was debating on paying that price for it, because I'm like, I know I need 2 boxes because my hair is so thick. That's $24 for 2 boxes of hair dye. If I would tell my mom how much that costed, she would probably flip the fuck out and be like, well, why are you buying that? Get the Revlon. It's cheaper. And I'm like, they don't have that color in Revlon. Revlon is more simple blondes, brunettes, dark brown, black. I've never seen Revlon have a purple. And this is violet, is what the box said. So, but it said it was for people with brunettes, so darker browns. It was meant for darker browns. So I was like, I have to get this one because, you know, it's meant for darker browns, so that means it's gonna show up better, because a lot of those violets and those purples, you gotta have like blonde hair. So this style, this brand, the L'Oreal, it was the L'Oreal Firo. I can't remember the last name. Fire. Well, I pay the cheaper. I use Garden. Yep, I know that brand too. But this was that. It was $11.90. I should have got it cheaper at the dollar store, because at the Dollar General or Family Dollar, they charge like $10 for that box. Or for like the Splat, there's a brand called Splat. They're usually around 10 or 11 at a dollar store. Walmart is tended to be a little bit higher, so I paid $11.90 something for 2 boxes. It's that. Hold on, I got the card. I saved it. Maybe I did. Let's see it. It's L'Oreal. It's from L'Oreal, but it starts with an F. And it had like a little extra booster in it. It had, their conditioner was really good in it. made my hair feel really, really good. I should have used the conditioner last night, but instead I used my Tresemme. When I can, I try to use John Frieda products because it helps with the frizz really bad. That smells really good. I love John Frieda stuff, but he can tend to be pretty costly himself. To have hair like mine where it's really thick. So I needed 2 boxes. I probably could have got away with 1 box, but my hair wouldn't have probably been as good as. So I went ahead and bought them. I was debating. I wasn't going to get them because I'm like, damn, that's a lot. I could buy something else with. And I'm like, man. But I'm definitely going to be buying that brand again. But I think I'm going to look at like Dollar General and save me $2. I probably got coupons for them because that, like I said, that brand comes out. They have lots of other ones too, but some purples and some reds don't really work because you got to have like a lighter brown hair, or your hair's got to be blonde, and so like it doesn't come out like that. So I was very shocked that this one came out super good. So I think it's just probably me and you, Miss Maria, which I love just having me and you here. I use 2 boxes. It's a pain. I know, especially if it's expensive. So this article we're going over here is, I know we've been doing a lot of, depressing, horrible shit. So I figured, we would do, and it's, it says it's the top 10 most polluted lakes in the United States. And this was updated April 13th, 2023. And it is it says it has key points to it. Okay. So I guess we'll read that first. Yeah, because we've been just going into, and this is what it looks like, the top 10 most wanted. Oops. Oh, look what it took me back to. The missing kids. I'm coming for you, babies. I'm coming. We will come back to you, I promise. We're not going to forget about you. Oh, and then I went to the wrong thing. Where did it go? I lost it. Great. Oh boy. There it is. Whew. Thank God. I got it back. Who that is. Sorry. Phone call. Jesus, at the wrong damn time. So it says the top 10 most polluted lakes in the United States. It says the key points, and it says the most, point 1, I guess, is going to be the most polluted lake in the United States is Onondaga Lake in central New York. It's not only one of the most polluted lakes in the country, but it also ranks among the most polluted lakes in the world. We better be fixing it, The federal government presented new restrictions and laws that will control the state's industries and waters surrounding Lake Michigan that potentially pollute the lake waters, such as Detroit River, Utah, like one of the western United States, with the largest national freshwater lakes, contains excessive nutrients that cause large seasonal algae blooms It's elevated the pH, and possibly the cantoxin production. Wastewater treatment plants, effluent industrial discharges, stormwater discharge, and non-point source runoff, and end up in the lake. Well, that's not good. Most wanted lakes, can you imagine? I know. Most wanted not lakes to go to. I wouldn't want to go to those lakes. It's funny. Well, that's gross too. Like, why is it so bad? Like, I don't understand what the problem is here. Like, I know. The problem is the people that litter constantly. Like, I don't litter. I try not to. I do it once in a, I shouldn't, but I'm not gonna lie. I have littered. I don't like to litter. I have done it before. Don't know why. Just because, but I don't do it anymore. And the hubby don't. And, yeah, so don't be a litter bug, people. Get up, or nowadays what I do is I keep a little grocery bag in my front of my car, up front with me, and I hook it to like my little gear shift, and when I put my car in drive or whatever, it's not going to interfere with it. It's a little Kroger bag. The big part's hanging on the bottom. It's just hanging there. And then if I have trash, I'll just throw my trash right in that little bag, and then when I fill it up to a certain amount, I just take it in the house, or I take it to my trash can and throw it away, instead of just littering somewhere and potentially hurting sea life, nature, all kinds of stuff. So chemicals, it says chemicals, garbage, plastic, and other pollutants harm our rivers, lakes, and seas. Thousands have lived without love. Oh, that's so true. Not one without water. Wrote W.H. Auden, a British poet. Even though we know the water is essential for life, we continue to waste it. Humans discharge 80% of the world's wastewater back into the environment, largely untreated, polluting rivers, lakes, and seas. Our health is at risk by pervasive problem of water pollution. Each year, unsafe water kills more than all other forms of violence combined. Never throw rubbish. My daughter is still training. She's 14. Oh my gosh. Well, that's good. This is freaking nuts. I can't believe that. More than 80% of the world's wastewater is back into the environment, largely untreated, polluting rivers, lakes, and seas. And it says each year the unsafe water kills more people than all other forms of violence combined. Sink in that one for a little bit, right? That's pretty sad to know that with all the violence out here in this world that we're having, you mean to tell me the water's killing us? Here, I thought it was like the food killing us, the I thought that was killing us. I had no idea that the lakes could be potentially killing us. Because, like, your vegetables, like, we eat, like, I like vegetables. And to think of, you know, all the pesticides that go on them to grow them, you know, how organic are they, you know? Are they using organic pesticides, or they don't use pesticides when it's organic? Thank God I don't eat that much, but, like, you know, my green beans, my corn. For fruit-wise, sometimes I eat bananas, a muskmelon, cantaloupe. Once in a great while is those kind of melons. Other than that, nope. So, this article about the most polluted lakes in the United States demonstrates that pollution is not solely a problem in developing or the third world countries. Below we will explore the 10 most polluted lakes in the United States. Number 10 is the most polluted lake in the United States is Utah Lake. One of the western United States' largest natural freshwater lakes is Utah Lake. And it looks pretty, but apparently you don't want to go swimming in it. Oh shit. No. Utah is one of the western United States' largest natural freshwater lakes. The excessive nutrients cause a large seasonal algae blooms, elevated pH as possible, canotoxin production, wastewater treatment plants, effluent industrial discharges, stormwater discharges, and non-point source runoff end up in the lake. Rapid urbanization and growth is the watershed could be worsening hypertrophic conditions. Surprisingly, the mudlines of the water has helped safeguard the lakes and water quality and fish. This suspended fish. Okay, wait a minute. Surprisingly, the muddiness of the waters has helped safeguard the lake's water quality and fish. So the muddiness has kept the water quality and fish. The suspended slit, it says mud, acts as a shade umbrella, reducing the amount of sunlight that reaches the algae that can affect us, our dogs, and the entire lake's fish population, even while the lake has long been safe place for people, plants, and animals to play and live. There are a few areas where it could be better. Number 9. Our water company is putting sewage in the sea. Oh my God. Well, that's good. At least they got new people in and got the old ones out, because that's really bad. Like, why would you want to do that? Oh, shit. Sorry. Lake. Ooh, I can't even say this one. I can't say it. Lake. Wait, hold on. Lake Kincaid. Kincaid? This is in Illinois. Excuse me. It's called Lake Kincaid, Illinois Lake, and it says, hold on, so I don't drop this freaker because it's heavy. So number 9 is that lake right there. So it says Kincaid, Illinois. One of Illinois's most ew. This lake has mercury. So this lake is one of Illinois's shit. Let me start over. Lake Kincaid is one of Illinois's most mercury polluted. It says one of Illinois's most mercury polluted bodies of water is Lake Kincaid. Lake Kincaid is one of Illinois's most mercury polluted bodies of water. The pollution has contaminated every body of water in Illinois. Holy shit. The mercury comes from an emissive form of coal. So coal-fired power plants. After it is released into the atmosphere, the substance settles in the water, eventually ending in fish. The state has issued a fish compensation advisory asking consumers to eat fish caught in Illinois in moderation. The public's research group short-term objectives are to reduce the pollution in the air by mandating all power plants to meet the modern emission standards. In the long run, decreasing the reliance of coal, oil, and other polluting energy sources will be necessary. Solar, wind, and former renewable energy will also be essential. Wow. That's crazy. That is nuts. Mercury is killing us. Yay! Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria, for doing that for me, love. I hope more people would come in, but I think I do better on YouTube. I think people see me better on YouTube. Like right now, I'm going through the StreamYard, so it's a little bit... I have to do this. This is driving me nuts. Where'd that thing go? This is driving me nuts. Hold on. I gotta do my brows. My hair dye is messing with me. Shoot, but I don't got no primer on. Please let me... Oh, somebody's going live. Oh. Emily D. Baker. I don't really watch her. I'm subscribed to Emily D. Baker. I just, she's a judge, so coming from a judge's perspective, I really can't get into I'm clueless, LOL primer. My dad would say I'm putting on polyfiller. Huh. That's weird. That's so funny though. My dad used to watch my makeup videos, and he'd be like, "You can't say all that stuff. Like you're supposed to say you sell it. You can't say you put on all that crap." I'm like, "Well, Dad, I don't use contour. I don't do contouring and stuff like that. That stuff's just a little too much for me." But primer just makes foundation sit good, hydrates your face. It's really good to find a good primer, because then your makeup normally will sit really well. That and primer just gives you that highlight, that hydration feeling. So this stuff is from Australia. I have a friend who lives in Aussie, Australia. But I got it in my hair. That's the only thing I hate about getting the primer in, because it can make your hair look greasy. And my hair's already cleaned and fresh, and slept last night with it in a hair tie because I got hot. So then I put my hair up. There, I felt just a little bit better with my brows down. Make sure I don't have none of that stuff on my face. There we go. Make sure I got my eye boogers out. I hate having those eye boogers in the morning. Ah, that's why my foundation will never sit as well. I will look. Yes. I use a couple different brands. You're from the UK, right? So you should probably get... There's a brand over there that's called Number 7. They have a really good skincare too. So if your skincare, like, I always try to stay on top of my skincare now with just like using a like when you take your makeup off, you can find like different stuff that will hydrate your face. I'm using from Australia right now. I'm using this brand, and this stuff really helps, really good. It's just I use the wash that's in the shower for my face, and this is the moisturizer, and then this is that hydrating mist. This works also like a toner, so it'll tone your face. And if you keep up with your skincare and you have a good primer, your makeup will sit right, because I usually have a dry T-zone right here, especially from my nose ring. It'll get really super dry there. But if you keep up with the skincare, yes, UK, yes, I've heard of that. I've been wanting to order some because I've heard that brand is really good. And my friend, I want to say she sent me something from that place. Look up Charlotte Tilbury. I have. She is amazing too. But like, or is it a he? I can't remember. I know I've heard of that one. I've looked it up. But man, it is so expensive. And then I also like, this brand is called Kind. It's the Kind products. This is just a regular hydration primer. So that really helps keep like my face hydrated. The makeup will sit right. Because I'll know mine. If mine don't sit right, I'll see all the little dryness will start coming out. And then this one is the Blur Perfection Primer. But this has like a tint to it, which is really good. This is from Australia as well. Made in Australia. Just so everybody knows I'm not lying. It says made in Australia. I swear to gosh, I've never had, like, this primer too is made in Australia. I've got underneath. Yes, you can get it. The toner will help. If you can look up like that, the number 7. If you have they should have like a quiz that will walk you through it, or you can just go by if what your face does, like if you need hydration or if your face is too oily. Mine is just dry in my T-zone, like right in my nose area. Everywhere else, I mean, I have some minor breakouts once in a while, but most of the time. Now this is the Perfecting Primer Smooth and Nourish, and this is a brand also in Australia. It's called Nude by Nature, which is really good. This is I have the foundation, which is really pretty packaging. I have quite a bit in there. I couldn't get the foundation to sit right on my face, so then I started doing the Nude by Nature and the Flawless in the powder, that's the color it is, which is really good. This also has like all kinds of I threw the box away. I kept the box and it had like these ingredients on the back. Okay, I would, yes, do that. And then except my nose is gonna itch now. I just had realized, like, sometimes I slack and I don't keep up with the skincare. So then when I go to put makeup on, it doesn't look right because I got cakiness because my face, that area is so dry. But I like Australian. I haven't had the UK makeup yet. I want to say I've had that number 7, but I've heard number 7 is, that UK one is really good. I see a commercial for it all the time of this African woman. She's a heavyset woman, and she's like, I'm taking all this with me, and the lady, and she says, I'm taking everything in the back with me back home. And she's like, well, you know this sells in the United States. And she's like, I'm not taking no chance. And she grabs all these bags of this skincare and makeup. I'll probably have a starter kit or a quiz. I would definitely do that. And then you start an Amazon list so I can send you something. Okay, so the next one is number 8, which is Grand Lake, St. Mary's, Ohio. It says due to the algae of mycocytin toxin levels, Grand Lake St. Mary's is used to be the most polluted lake in the United States. And then here's a picture. Of course, they're going to make the picture look good, but not the Grand St. Mary's, Ohio, largest inland lake at 13,500 acres, has been debuted the poster child of the harmful algae HAB affliction. In 2009, the HAB began to cause problems at the lake. Due to the extensive algae blooms, the state labeled the lake a public drinking water supply has decreased in 2011. Grand Lake was once considered the most polluted lake in the United States due to the nutrients runoff of algae and the mycocytin toxin levels in the lake have considerably surpassed permitted criteria for the previous 10 years. Farm techniques that limit the fertilizer and manure runoff, annually dredging over 300,000 cubic yards of lake slit, and restoration of water filtering wetlands are slowly improving the lake's water and quality. So, whatever they're doing, they're trying. frack a duck. You wouldn't be able to tell those lovely pictures. Aww. I know Kate Moss and Maybelline. I wouldn't be able, I used to do Maybelline and CoverGirl. I could still do those two. But anything else, like I've tried e.l.f. I've tried Wild Color. I've tried the LA one too. And they've just made my pores really bad. They made my face kind of break out. So I can't. My skin's very sensitive. That's why I really haven't bought much of Dolly soap. I just bought the head sampler because I wasn't sure how, because my skin is very sensitive and I like not to get out of the shower and feel like, I don't know, like your skin kind of rough and you just put, you wash. Like my legs are still soft from last night. So it's like some body washes and stuff do that to me, and certain makeup I can break out from it, which I don't like to wear other than, like I said, because I can't really afford high dollar makeup because it's so damn expensive. Like Maybelline, $10 for a thing of foundation. Maybelline's gotten expensive. CoverGirl, they're about $6 for a bottle. I know I've used Maybelline. I think I've used, there's so many of them. I know I can use CoverGirl and Maybelline. And I think I can use Kate Moss. Oh, Kate misused her advertised Maybelline. She might have. Aw. I've only brought the sample pack of Dolly soap. Do I love it? I do like it. It doesn't make me break out. My body don't feel like, all rough. Because I've used Dove before. And I've used a bar soap once. And when I got out and rinsed my body off and I felt like my leg or something, it felt like I want to say kind of dry, but rough, kind of I don't know, it's hard to explain it, but I do like his soap. I do like the purple one, and I think I had the purple one, and I might have had the yellow one, and I think I got left a teal one and a purple one. Maybe it was a pink one that I used first. I think I got a purple one in there. I can't remember. I have two left. Number 7 is Lake Lanier, which is my mom's maiden name, kind of. This is in Georgia. Looks kind of spooky. Spooky. So this one says, when the millions of people who obtain their drinking water from Lake Lanier in Georgia turn on their taps, they may detect a strange flavor or odor. Ew. There are too many algae boosting the cost of treating drinking water results in higher water bills for the users. It also reduces the amount of oxygen in the water that the fish and the Arctic life require to thrive. Stormwater runoff from lawn and farmer fertilizers, treated sewage discharges, malfunctioning septic systems, and clogged sewer lines from improperly disposing of fats, oils, and grease are all source of pollution. While physically removing the algae present in the lakes is impractical, the approach is to improve the water quality. The Chattahoochee River Keeper collaborates with local governments, utilities, and other stakeholders to address the issue, and the and comply with the federal cleanup plan. So they have an actual federal cleanup plan, which is good. But if you live in Georgia, ew, don't drink that water. That's why people are hateful in Georgia. Like a few people I can name. They're hateful and they live in Georgia. Well, no wonder why. They drink the water. There are documentaries showing that big cruises and ships emptying waste into the sea. It's a huge problem. See? That's crazy. Like, we need a water supply. We can't be damaging our own darn water. We need that water. Okay, so number 6 is like, that's sad. That's a sad. Lake 6, Washington, Washington. Before the city of settlers implied pollution controls untreated sewage containment of Lake Washington. Lake Washington is a big freshwater lake located near Seattle. It is the largest lake in King County and the state of Washington's second largest natural lake, after Lake Chelan. Until the city of Seattle implemented substantial pollution controls, untreated sewage extensively contaminated Lake Washington. Ew. In the 1950s, an estimated 20 million of gallons of sewage effluent per day from Seattle and the neighboring areas reached Lake Washington. In 1955, they discovered of Canibacteria asticolas. OMG, why? Okay, Canibacteria aciculario substance in the lake indicated that the phosphorus from the sewage influenced what was a fertilizer. The successful application and scientific information to the public action and the successful rescue of Lake Washington from the deterioration have been the subject of decades of the follow-up research by natural and social scientists, and its internationally recognized example of how such efforts can succeed. So that big ass word, I have to show you guys. It's in line. Let's see, can I highlight it? Yes. Okay. How in the hell are you supposed to pronounce that? I mean, you come on now. I know they're. Why do they invent these long words? I don't know, but they fuck me up. So that's pretty. Ugh. Okay, so number 5 is. Oh God, here we go again. Ondandia Lake, New York. Ondandia Lake has a total size of 79.8 square miles. With a total of 79.8 square miles, Ondandia Lake is one of the largest lakes in the state of New York. The lake is near the Great Lakes, located in northeast of cypress rooted vegetation and algae blooms hampered the recreational use of Andaya Lake, prompting the state and the lake to its list of impaired waters under the Clean Water Act in 1998. The excess nutrients, particularly phosphorus, from the urban agricultural and suburban runoff, fueled by algae blooms in the lake, implementing the best management practices like barnyard runoff management systems. Manure storage systems and nutrient sediment control systems, constantly reducing the phosphorus loads to Andaya Lake. Because data demonstrated substantial declines in the phosphorus levels and suggested that the lake supports the Arctic life and leisure, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation delisted Andaya Lake. So that one's New York. That one, did I show you guys that one? So this looks pretty, you know. Of course, that's the thing with pictures. You can, make them look really good. I do like this one in Michigan. Lake something in Michigan. Well, you can't see because I have it up too high. So Lake Michigan, Wisconsin is number 4 on the list. It says, after Lake Superior and Lake Horn, Lake Michigan is the second largest Great Lake by volume. 1,180 kilometers and 4,900 km. And the third largest by surface area of 22,404 square miles, 58.330 square kilometers or miles. In 1968, the Grand Rapids Press published an article regarding the likelihood and the consequences of Lake Michigan's death, discussing how the 30 million residents of Great Lake Basin would have to say goodbye to fishing, swimming, summer cottages, instead of clean drinking water and beautiful beaches. The rotting algae, dead fish, motor oil would take their place. The federal government has presented new restrictions and laws that will control your state's industries of surrounding and potentially polluting the lake waters, such as Detroit River. Ew. So if they don't start stepping up their game, basically it says the lake is no longer going to be, if it says the federal government has presented new restrictions and laws that will control states' industries and water surroundings that are potentially polluting the lake waters, such as Detroit River. So this is all going to go into the Detroit River, which is not good. We do not want that going in the Detroit River. Dead fish. Okay, that's a bad thing. Rotting algae. Ew. Ew. Why? Why is this routing algae? Can somebody tell me that? God, my nose itches. I hate taking that medicine. I feel like an itch. That is gross, but I recommend if you don't want to drink pop early in the morning, definitely get the Arizona green tea. Not sponsored, but I'd highly recommend it. I would definitely take a sponsorship. It's an American company, right there in the label, American company. But it's just the best green tea with honey and ginseng. Now, ginseng, people down there in Kentucky, I think it's the Appalachian Mountains, this stuff is wanted. There's no need for these treatments of these these lakes need something. Like, how is oil getting into the freaking? Why is the refineries and shit, and how is oil getting in there? Because it says these residents would have to say goodbye to fishing, swimming, and enjoying your summer cottages, all because the pollution is so damn bad that it's killing the fish. Okay, now this one I do know about. This one is, number 3 is Lake Erie, Michigan. I haven't been out to, like, Michigan's Lake Erie, but I was born and raised in Port Clinton. We call that Lake Erie. And then we have East Harbor State Beach. That's a state local park. They got a great beach out there. It used to be really blue, really, really clean, crystal blue. So, yeah. So, here is, very nice out there, very nice. So, this is Lake Erie's, is the 4th largest lake in the North America by surface area and the 11th largest worldwide. It is the Great Lake of southernmost, shallowest, and smallest by volume. By 1960s, Lake Erie had become the most polluted of the Great Lakes, owing the substantial industry presence along its coast. It's highly impacted by human activity, with 11.6 million people living in its basin and largest towns, and extensive agriculture dominating its watershed. For decades, factories have been dumping, oh my God, for decades. This is worse than true crime. It's the oil rigs in the sea. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. All the fish, all the sea life creatures, all that's dying, you know? And that's sad. Because we're the walleye capital. Port Clinton is like the walleye capital. We have the best walleye, the best perch come up out, you know. But here it says, for decades, the factories have been dumping chemical pollutants in the lake, and tributes such as the Cuyahoga River in Cleveland, Ohio, and the Detroit River in Michigan since the 1970s. Environmental regulations have resulted in significant improvements in the water quality, species like walleye and other biological life. So, they have retained a deduction in the economically important fish species like walleye and other biological life it's getting better. Basically what that part said. Like, it's basically getting better, the improvement of the water quality and the reduction of the economic, so, you know, at least they're trying to do something. I don't know what they're doing, but it's working because there's more fish. There's more true crime against our planet. I know. I need Maria G to make a... she's in Spain right now. I don't want to bug her on a trip. But I did text her back, and I was like, well, if you'd love to make some more with my name, Truth Seeker, that would be great. But I do need one that says Truth Seeker, against true crime against our planet, Truth Seeker, something like that, That's crazy. Our planet is dying. Now this one is another hard name. Of course they would. Lake Okeechobee, Florida. I don't know. Lake Okeechobee is the largest freshwater lake in Florida. Freshwater lake. So, and this is the largest freshwater lake in Florida. This lake is Okeechobee, often known as Florida's Inland Sea, due to its hundreds of thousands of acres of filthy lakes. Florida has climbed to the top of another undignified list of storm water pollution and algae blooms, fueled by fertilizer runoff, have long polluted the state's water. According to the new study of water quality across the United States, Florida has the most acres of lakes that are contaminated for swimming or healthy aquatic life. It implies that the water can include high levels of feces and other bacteria, making people sick, and low levels of oxygen or other pollutions affecting fish and the aquatic life. The South Florida Water Management District received an emergency authority on June 23rd, 2017, to pump the clean water into Lake Okeechobee to safeguard animals and vegetation in the overburdened water conservation districts. That was a lot. That's in Florida. I remember seeing a long time ago. I remember when I used to watch Popcorn Planet, PCP. I had sent in to the guy about, because he lived in Tampa. I think he might have lived in Tampa, but I don't know. He lived in one of those states. It's Florida. And they had these fish just popping up dead all over. Like they were scooping the fish up out of the water. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for stopping in. Just to give you a quick up to date here. We took Truth Seeker went on a whole nother thing here. Yes, you remember PCP? Oh my god. I'm so glad I left that. I love Saggy Melons, and I'm glad she was an advocate for some of them women, and I think that's what made me want to get into true crime, because he was doing a lot of abuse to them women, like emotionally, not physical, but he mentally tried to, get him to do things, and he was just a bad man. I don't watch him. I don't support Steph anymore because she doesn't stand for victims either. Yeah. They lost a lot of supporters. Joey, I love Joey. He's a nice guy, and his wife, and he loves reptiles, so he's cool. And there was Batman, which was Mike. So yeah, he lost a lot. I watched everything on Johnny Depp. Yes, that one was really good. But so I just figured today, instead of doing a bunch of true crime, because we've been dabbling in a lot of true crime cases. And yesterday, me and Maria pretty much discovered this about the lake. So I thought, okay, well, let's take a break from true crime and let's talk about these dirty lakes killing us, and we're dying of pollution because these lakes are so darn bad that it's killing us. Number 1, we have one more to go, guys. You ready? And then tomorrow we should probably get back to some of the missing kids. I want to write down some of the names, and maybe we can... I have a doctor's appointment at 1:15, so I'm hoping I'll be able to come back home and sit on my front porch, and I do gotta make a phone call, so that's why I gotta try to end this somewhat at a decent time, only because I do have a doctor's appointment at 1:15, and I need to try to get into this dermatologist that they referred me to. Yes, the missing kids, definitely. But I think maybe if I can write down a few of the names, maybe I can throw them up in the Google search and see if any articles come up about them, or see if there's any stories out there. Maybe we can, find a couple kids and then share those kids on to, like, the big people, like, Dolly, maybe BHB, I don't know, maybe, some bigger ones. Maybe they can share them out. Like, if I, do it, I'll find them and stuff, but I just need more people to share them because there's so many of them. There was 27 to 34 kids out of Cleveland starting from May and on. So in May, a lot of those kids went freaking missing. I'm smoking a cigarette. Talking about the kids make me stressed, and so I just don't want to leave them babies hanging. But I'm thinking maybe if I put them in my search engine, maybe I could find an article about the parents or something. Truth seeker. Oh, we all need true crime breaks sometimes. Yes, we do. So that's what I started to do. I was like, we're going to do something else. And I think lakes are very important, because a lot of people live by a lake or live by a sea. And I'm a swimmer. I love to swim. I'm a swimmer, baby. I used to love going to beaches, water parks, pools, stuff like that. But I just don't feel like going to, like, we have a couple community pools here. You pay like $2 for adults. They get $1 for kids, and you can swim all day. But a lot of the kids up here don't have manners, and they curse. And like my mom, she would never come up here and sit and listen to kids cursing, and no. And the parents just let them. Like, my niece used to ask me if she could cuss. Like, can I say a bad word? And I'm like, what do you want to say? That's what I would do to her. Okay, so we got the last one to go to, which is now this one says number 1 on the list is Onondaga Lake, New York. Onondaga Lake is in the central of New York, immediately northwest of an adjustment Syracuse, New York. It's not only one of the most polluted lakes in the country, but it also takes the spot among the most polluted lakes in the world. Pollution of the lake has been an issue since the late 1800s, with ice harvesting prohibited as early as 1901. Swimming ban happened in 1940, and the fishing was outlawed in 1970. Can you believe that? Not being able to... You don't swear? Oh boy, I'm going to try to work on that for you then. If you don't swear, because I usually don't swear, but I might drop an F-bomb occasionally. Okay, so this is crazy. In 1940, In 1940, fishing was outlawed in 1970 owing to the mercury contamination. For years, raw sewage was thrown directly into the lake, resulting in high nitrogen levels of algae blooms. The Cyprus Inspector Sewage Board occurred in 1907 as an initial step toward controlling the sewage pollution. After years of effort, it's safe to swim in the lake. Otago County leaders now say it's possible to have a beach along the shoreline. We're glad the improvements are occurring that will hopefully lower the rank, but we are sad to report that currently Otago Lake ranks 2 in the world of the most polluted, only beaten out by Lake Karsachi in Russia. Ooh, a Russia lake, okay. Other lakes that make up the most polluted in the world include Lake Taini in China, Lake Victoria in Africa, and Sari Paladida Lake in Brazil, Potepic Lake in Siberia, and in Bandura Lake in Baldura Lake in India. So Otago Lake got ranked in second in the world for the most polluted, only beaten out by Karsachi in Russia. And then these other lakes make up the most polluted in the world, like Tahi in China, Africa, Brazil, Siberia. Oh shit, forget it now. Forget it. It's done. It's over with. I'm done with them words. What the frack? I mean, I got the last set. It was so good. Why do these names gotta mess with me? Like the Brazil one it says Siberia. There's the one in China. There's Lake Victoria in Africa. And then, I want to pronounce it as Sierra, but it's not. Hold on, let me highlight it. Like, why do they gotta make these names? And why do they gotta make them so difficult? Like, there's China, Africa, and all of those lakes, it says, make up the rest of the lakes of pollution. So these lakes are also very polluted. How are animals affected by polluted lakes? I don't know if I want to know that. Ew. Maybe our next break from True Crime will be this one. This is June 4th of 2023. This is the most newest one. And it says, so this says human causes the bigger picture. Ew. Oh, look at that. That green is algae. So if we do a break time, maybe we can do Let's see. This says discover the most polluted lakes in Ohio and what lives in it. Written by Ashley Day. This was published June 4th of 2023. Shark biting, alligators, the most epic lion battles, and much, much more. Enter your email below the box for mid-blowing email animal stories and videos delivered directly to your email box every day. Join for free. Okay. I could have swore it said something about the animals in here. So maybe we'll go through this. I'll keep this. That's a lot of algae. Oh my God. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? There's a fish in the thing. Pollution. This is what's killing. Oh my God. The pollution Grand Lake St. Mary's can be deadly to the wildlife. Well, if it can be deadly to the wildlife, what could it do to us? I'll be hearing shit, y'all. What is being done to Ohio Department of Agriculture? I don't know where. So this is on the website, so I'll keep it right here because it says up next on the thing here. It says, you can discover what's in our lakes, different little topics, the 15 deepest lakes in the United States, more from A to Z on animals, the 4 remote lakes in Georgia to fish and swim. I don't think I would want to, 9 crazy lakes you can't swim in. I don't know, I just think, this pollution. Ooh! Guess what? The animal of the day is vipers are one of the most widespread groups of snakes to inhabitate the most. Ew. It's creepy. So this is a cool little website. So every day they post an animal of the day. That's really cool. The 2 huge hippos battle for dominance and right on a golf course with players watching. Oh my gosh. They have the largest volcano in Virginia. Yes, Virginia. That's what it says. Yeah, I don't like the lines either. I'm gonna have to make it like smaller. I don't know if I really like this one. That's why I said I like YouTube better. I know, right? You'd think. I know. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm still trying to play around with StreamYard. Because I don't want it to go to waste. Because I did pay the $18 and really wasn't in my budget. So I did. So I'm just trying to work with it and figure out how to. And I can't get that music to go off, but it's obviously what the channel's. I can't. I've been everywhere to try to figure that out. I can't get the music to get off of there. But yeah, I would hope these lakes have warning lists. But tomorrow we're going to get back into our normal schedule programming, my ass being late, and us going into the missing kids. My thing is, I want to try to put some of these missing kids in into like Google search or something, and see if we can find some articles and then share it out. Hello, Miss Daisy Jones. Hello. I figured we could do that, and maybe some stuff will pop up. I'm hoping, because like I said, this is so close to me. What if I can find a kid up here from Cleveland that's missing, you know? And they're worried about a lot of these kids, when they're saying a lot of these kids are runaways. I don't believe that. I feel like that guy is not doing the justice it needs. It's good to see all of you girls here. Yay! My little homies and my truth seekers. So I just think that definitely not all of these kids are runaways, you know. And then you're worried about them being HT'd, but you don't have their pictures out there. And some of these kids, I mean, look, two of these kids, one is 16. Both of these two last kids right here are 16, and they have no photos. Why? Hold on, sorry. Why? Why are there no photos for these missing kids? Where are these parents? I mean, even if it's an old one, like this girl, she is Tyjaya Evans. She's been missing for 2 days now. This is a new one, I think. She's age 16, District 4. You'd think you could click on her and maybe find, you know, where she's missing from. It shows a case number. She's been missing for 2 days. But some of these have been missing. One's been missing for 80 days. He's age 15, boy. This one gets me a lot because he has a young picture, and we all know if he's age 15, why does he only have a young picture? Like, yeah, I hate when there's no photo. So that is the game plan, is to, when I get home, I'm going to try to pick a couple of them, and maybe if I can spread the word out, maybe I can get some of the other creators to be like, here, you know, this person, you know, if I can find them the article, maybe they can just share them out, read them on theirs. There's 20, I think that guy said 34 from the beginning of May. Way before May. So before the starting month of May, these kids have been missing. And this is on the Cleveland website, the missing, so you guys can all see where I'm getting my data from, getting my facts from. I try to come with, you know, and that's why I think somebody had said that, you know, channels, who was it? Somebody on a channel said that creators like me, who go off of facts and articles, they don't really make it. And I'm like, that's not fair to put that stigma on channels, because, I mean, you're a tragedy pimp and you're trying to expose all these bad creators. Don't put that on creators who are just starting out. Like, that makes them, you know, give them a fear, like, okay, well, since I'm all about facts and articles and I go by them, people ain't gonna watch. That's not fair. I just thought that was kind of shitty. But it is what it is. YouTube streets. I have not seen negative things from that clone. I don't know. I know me and Maria were trying to just figure out who it was and why and see where they came from, because I try not to watch those hate videos or anything like that. I don't like to be in the drama, but when people just start hurting people's money, I mean, it costs so much money to live. Like, I had to buy groceries and I had to pay cash for them, and I hated it because I do get food stamps, so I get that little bit of extra. I mean, it's only $77, but I make it work. But it's just the fact is I had to pay cash, and the grocery stores is going up. Plus, you got your toilet paper, you know. I accidentally effed up and bought $12 for a thing of toilet paper. I didn't think it was that much, but it was double, like 20. I don't know. It was, I think might have been Crow Northern. $12. Everything's going up. So freaking, for people to go and hurt people's businesses, that just sucks because, you know, certain people shouldn't be on YouTube, and then you got the ones that actually are really, intentions are really good. That's why I like to stick to finding articles and making, you know, because news articles are usually certain, like, news channels are good. Like WTOL has a good, usually it's a pretty good source. I haven't came anything across that little boy yet. I know the mother still isn't arrested yet, and I think they're waiting to indict the mother of the little boy who was starved to death, supposedly only weighing 23 pounds. I think I found that article once, but the person that I know that works at the gas station where I go down and help out and work at for some extra money, because I need it, I have to. I don't want to because I always have breakdowns and I'm always somewhere hiding or in the break room trying to get, hiding in the back, I should say, not a break room. That place does not have a break room. It has a liquor spot, like a dungeon. This place is a dungeon. But, so, it's just too much to cost of living is expensive. It's crazy. I just bought a battery, 2 new tires. That was expensive. I used to pay like $59, $55 for Douglas tires. Those are expensive. Those are like $60 now. It's just nuts. And then the grocery store, like, we have to buy produce for our bearded dragon. And we have to buy the organic stuff so it doesn't have like pesticides, things like that, because we have a bearded dragon and that's its food source. Thank God my neighbor started my hubby a little garden, and he's got, I think those were collard greens last night out there that I showed. Collard greens and I think kale. He's got a pepper plant, but he said some freaking fracking animal decided to take his little peppers off of his tree. So he said there's one little pepper left. I told him we'd get him some fence line to kind of, he don't want to put too much because it needs sun, so we gotta find one that can cover the little peppers, or tell him that my neighbor's gonna have to put the peppers inside of hers. Yeah, so, where I was going, the little boy, supposedly, I don't know what happened between the parents, but I don't know if the dad was trying to see the kid. I was told the dad wasn't allowed to see the kid, but the mom was starving this little boy. He was 7 years old. He weighed 23 pounds on the west side of Toledo. And I have heard through the grapevine that the cremation of this little boy has been paid for. Okay. Now here's where it gets sketchy at. I've heard that. I'm going to have to dig in that article, okay? So, if you heard that this little boy, if anybody knows, if anybody wants to dig this case up, it's in Toledo, Ohio. It's on the west. And I typed in little 7-year-old boy found in Toledo, only weighing 23 pounds. And I think it finally popped up with something on the news. Well, the lady at the gas station, who is one of my bosses, said that she's close related to the family. She that little boy was her cousin. And from another grapevine, I had heard that the cremation for that little boy has been paid for. So, me hearing that, and then 2 days prior to that, she puts up GoFundMe boxes at the cash registers at the gas station. I do believe the last name is Snyder and the little boy's name was Christopher with a K. So I just don't understand how somebody said the little boy's cremation has been paid for and these expenses are going to the family, to the dad. Yes, Maria, if you can look that one up for me, it's Snyder Christopher. It's in Toledo, my area, but it's on the west. And I just feel like my boss, I hate to use this word, I hate to use the word ghetto. I want to say she's wicked, like, not truthful, a lot of storytelling, thinks she's better than everybody, loud, obnoxious. I'd love to videotape one day working with this lady. Oh my God, she brings me so much anxiety. But I just don't trust her because I like her, but I know how to handle her meanness. She's just mean to certain coworkers. She's a bully. She's a really big bully at work. But she has these containers up at the register, and we're allowed to take tips, which I don't mind that, if it's really true. But if it's fake, there's a lot of people out here that have been robbed from GoFundMe, scams, all that, and I just don't trust this lady. She was in one of my videos, guys. She's in one of my videos from the incident. She's in one of my shorts, Maria, so if you want to go back and watch one of them, she's the one with the dog that she's holding, I think. And her dad is standing next to us. We were at the standoff down the road. So that's the lady that I'm talking about. She says she's close to the family, and I had heard that somebody was already paying for it, but then she has these buckets up, taking money from people on the east side. East side people don't have much, and she's literally got these, and I don't, I'm just trying to speak for other people who is donating this, I've had a brownie camera with the flash bowl cubes. Old cameras back in the day. I love old cameras back in the day. Oh, yeah. I totally agree. Sorry, I just got a whiff of, I just got a whiff of, a burning smell of electrical. The other night, last night, these ding-dong berries, before I go back to your comment, Jeffrey, I totally agree with you. Not a lot of families have cameras, and, but I do know a lot of the school systems, when their kids are in school, they do those photo things, they do get a few of them. I don't know, I just think some parents, I understand can't afford to, have up-to-date pictures. I totally understand that. Some people probably don't even have social media if they're older parents, But it sucks because that there are some that, don't really care about their kids. Let them, I understand, and that's kind of like, I just wish everybody could have money to at least, make sure there's up-to-date photos on their children, because it's sad. A lot of them don't have photos, and it's like, how do we know who we're looking for? You couldn't put up like a sketch or something. You couldn't come up with like a composite, something along that to try to, put like at least, a picture with the person that's missing. Like even if it's a rough draft of because there's just too many of them missing. Way too many. But last night, this Dingleberry, okay? This person over here around the corner, okay, they got kids, they got lots of kids, it's a family, they're always in and out, riff-raffing, trash, whatever. Well, the ding-dong has a fire, right? And the fire department has to come put it out because the fire got so tall. It was as tall as the tree. Tall, the highest tree that's out there. Like, he caught his whole backyard on fire. The whole backyard just was... He almost took out houses beside him. Like, how in the fuck do you not know how to contain a fire? That's why they make fire pits for people. So you can have a safe fire. Not one that's going to blow up, clear up to the sky. Like, this tree that we have out here is huge. Like, it's a big-ass tree. And this guy decides he's going to have it in his backyard. It was silly. It was crazy. I was just like, what the world? So the fire department came, put it out. And, I don't think he started that fire back up, though. I think he might have got fined, too, for it, because the fire trucks had to come out. 2 of them had to come out. The police came out, had the area blocked, made all the kids leave. Like, they had to, put that... Yeah, you remember those back in the day when you had the class photos, and, they even have, like, the little safe ones for the parents, like a safeguard kit, like a if your kid ever went missing, you got little cards, and then you got like the picture of the I remember those, like the Smokey the Bandit bear thing, how to put out forest fires, prevent forest fires. I just remember, and even like the Drug Academy, they even gave them out. You remember the dog with the drug dog? I can't remember his name. What was his name? He was the famous drug F dog, and he had a long coat on, and it was cute. Do you guys remember them? That was so, back in the day, they had all that stuff. They didn't have a lot back in the day, but they had stuff, So, you little fucker, you're not gonna come out? I had an air bubble. Anybody from Michigan on here? I want to move to Michigan. Look, okay, so I don't think I would want to try this one. Okay, so this thing says orange mint. Look at that. Ew. Orange mint. I don't know. And then there's watermelon Skittles. Oh, that's what they say it on the bottom. That's what they say on the bottom. I want to go to Michigan, though. I do like Michigan. Michigan's pretty, but I I don't think I'd want to go swimming in Michigan because they're on the Dirty Lake, Michigan thing. But I went up to Michigan and their gas is just as expensive as here. If I was a teacher, I'd be sure to take photos of all my kids. Yes, absolutely. McGriff the crime dog or something like that. Yeah, he was good. I think they still do advertisements for him. I think we still have him. He's in a lot of schools, because where these kids lead to, more drugs, more they get out, and Port Clinton has, if they ever get it built done in time, I want to go there as soon as it opens. But Port Clinton, downtown Port Clinton, they built this store and it has a bunch of arcade games, and it has this cool logo, but it has like all kinds of old arcade games, and it's something for kids and teenagers instead of, I guess Port Clinton must be trying to crack down on the drugs, and they're trying to do like after school more programs. They're doing more like they built that store type thing, but they built it right downtown, of course, so downtown Port Clinton is very summertime, it's a hit. Wintertime, it's a ghost town. So I think they put that store in there so for kids in the wintertime. Like I said, Port Clinton's a tourist town. It's a tourist attraction. We're known for the walleye capital. So that's kind of why we went over all the lakes, because we've been doing so much in true crime. So tomorrow, I will be back. We're going to go over the missing kids, and then I'm also going to try to find out what's going on with that little boy. Because if the mom is still free, they must be doing indictments. They must have to indict her for neglect, because I think they did it as homicide neglect. And his name is Christopher Snyder. He had cerebral palsy and autistic. So this little boy had no chance in hell to defend for himself, to take care of himself. I think kids of cerebral palsy have a lot of... I'm on the seafront in the UK. Yeah, is it clean? Is your sea nice and clean? Because I don't remember... I didn't mention anything about the UK lake, so I guess that's good. So, the planets, yikes. The cat, yikes. I'm laughing, but I know I shouldn't be. Aw. I know Maria said something about it's going to be true crime against our planet, Because right now, one of the articles said that the lake was killing people more than all the crime, all the violence combined. It was crazy. I can't remember what lake it was, but one of the lakes, it said, which was crazy. So that's why me and Maria G had said about the lakes. Like, I wouldn't even want to drink Michigan's water's really, Michigan water, I think, was kind of bad. Georgia has some really bad water. So Georgia has some really bad water. I wouldn't want to drink that water. No water companies emptying the sewage into the sea. No. Well, see? Wait. No, our water company is emptying sewage into the sea. Oh, no. Well, see, that's not good. See, why are they doing that? Like, why are they putting... all of that in our... That's what I'm saying, like... Oh, this thing gives me a headache. I like this clip, but it is very... Man. Trying to hold... I think it's because it's, like, so tight that it makes my head hurt. Like, seriously, like, I hurt that one. And this smiley face one, I don't like to use too much because it hurts. Like, this one is so tight, it makes me get a headache. I can't wear certain kind of clips, so. Whew. And these ones I used to love, but they break so easy. I seen an article on that the other day. Not the other day. It was 2 weeks ago. Oh, at least she was found. They knew she didn't suffer. Yeah. That story breaks my heart. I want to find out some more information on it because I have a bad feeling about the lady trying to get more money. I know I probably shouldn't think like that. I wish I didn't think like that. But something is telling me inside me. And that's my opinion to have. I'm going to try to dig into it or find out. Because that little boy had no chance. If he had cerebral palsy, he had autism, and then apparently he was 7 years old, and he only weighed 23 pounds. Oh, thank you. You don't understand, like, girl, I have tried purples. I have tried different purples and different reds, and I never ever get it to work. And the other day, I was at Walmart and I had found this purple. It was violet, and it said, best used for brunettes, so dark hair, like dark brown, and the color just came out really. I've never ever get hair dye to really come out perfect. I mean, it took 2 boxes because I do really have thick, long hair. I eventually want to cut it, but I only want to cut it if I can donate it. Like, there's wigs for kids, there's Locks of Love, but Locks of Love charges. Amazing hair. Thank you, girls, so much. I love you guys. Thank you. I always have bad luck with different hair dyes, and when I seen it and I was like, oh crap, this says best for people with dark hair, I was like, $11 though for each box, and I'm like, man, do I really want to pay $20-something? So I bought it because I was going to put it back, and I was like, you know what, nope, I'm going to put back the beach towel, and I got the hair dye, and it's from L'Oreal. It's the F1. It starts with Farah. So I don't know. It starts with an F. Yeah, it's spray and it works. Oh, okay. Sometimes if I can afford it, I'll use a lot of John Frieda products. But right now I just brought some John Frieda spray for my curly, for the waves. And then I just used Tresemme shampoo because I was like, I'm not really paying. It was $10 for each bottle of John Frieda's shampoo. And I'm just like, I'm not paying $10 for each bottle. So I was already paying, $24 for the hair dye. So, but it came out really good. And thank you, girls, because I was worried. I was like, wait a minute. It says it's good for brunettes. But what if it, didn't take? And I've had a lot of bad experiences with hair dye not taken, or it coming out orange like the reds. Because a lot of those boxes, you got to have like either light brown hair, or you got to have blonde hair. So when it said for brunettes, I was like, oh yeah, I'm buying it. So I did. So I splurged. I normally can get it cheaper at like Dollar General, Family Dollar, like stores like that. But when I got this at Walmart's expensive. I know, it's really good though. They really do have a good thickening lotion. They do. I love their condition. I love their, he has this wavy spray. I love that stuff. It's in a purple bottle, but it says John Frieda, and it's for frizz control or something, and it's for wavy hair. But it's supposed to like curl it more. Like I had bought that one. I'd rather have the sprays, like the aftercare when you wash your hair. You're supposed to spray it when your hair is damp. So I just sprayed all of it when I was with my hair, and then he had another one that's in a pink bottle, and it says John Frieda's 3-in-1. And it had shining, heat, and there was another one on it. Those were good sprays. I want a car ASAP. Maria, you better get one. Oh my God, if I did not have a car, oh my God. But thank you, my ladies. I love you all. Thank you for all being here. It's been fun. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to come back to you guys with some missing kids. Okay? I gotta go. My friend just arrived. Me too. I'm just about to leave. I love you guys. John Frieda has some good stuff. They have, Maria, they have a, John Frieda has one for Volming, for Valium, Volming. I'm not talking no more. So they have one for people who need the lift and the Valium. John Frieda does have one, but like I said, his products are expensive. But Tresemme Tresemme is another good brand I can use in my hair. Because if I branch out and use different shampoos, my hair. Thank you, Daisy, for stopping by. Much love to you, girl. Thank you. Thank you all, Jennifer. My hair survived cancer, but not the others. See, it broke off. Aww. So now you gotta use stuff to build it. Yeah, my stepmom, hers came back. When hers grew back, the second time, or was it the first time? It was a really pretty silver, gorgeous. Like you would never think of your hair being silver. It came back like a silver. It was gorgeous. And I do believe my stepmom's cancer started out with small cell, and then it spread it to her tummy. And her tummy got really big and blew up. And I'm so glad I didn't have to see that. She looked horrible. They should have came and got my stepmom out of my dad's house way sooner than waiting 2 hours. My dad would not get out of that chair. Could not get him to go outside and smoke a cigarette. He just said, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving her. I'm like, Dad, come outside and have a... No, I'm not leaving. I'm waiting until they come and get her. It was so hard, you guys. And then half the family is divided, so it's like, you know. So guys, be prepared. Tomorrow we're going to go over missing kids. I love you all. Thank you, Maria G. Thank you for Jennifer B for being here. Daisy, thank you all so much. Maria, truly, truly thank you for all your help, your inspiration, you being here every day, just supporting me when I know it's different time zone there. You should be sleeping or taken care of, you know. So thank you for being here every day, supporting me. Thank you for taking some things off my Amazon wish list, and I just appreciate you. Thank you for helping me try to build. I love you girls. Thank you guys. Mwah. Much love. Be kind. Oh gosh, here we go again. This is why I don't like StreamYards. Not worth $18.99. I love you guys.